My neighbor paved over my garden while I was on vacation, so I called the city to remove his driveway. He poured 6 inches of concrete over my prize-winning hydrangeas to widen his driveway while I was in Europe, thinking I'd just accept it because it's done. But he didn't realize that the property line he ignored is actually a municipal drainage easement, and the city just arrived with jackhammers. I take great pride in my yard. I'm not a fanatic, but I had a beautiful row of hydrangeas running along the side of my house. My neighbor, Dave, drives a massive dually truck that barely fits in his driveway. For years, he's been asking me to sell him a strip of my land so he can widen his concrete slab. "Come on," Dave would say, leaning over the fence. "You don't need those flowers. Let me pave it. I'll pay you $500. "No, Dave," I always said. "It's my garden. I like the buffer between our houses." Last month, I went to Italy for 2 weeks. I came home late on a Sunday. I pulled into my driveway and looked to my left. My garden was gone. In its place was a fresh, stark white slab of concrete extending 6 feet onto my property, seamlessly connected to Dave's driveway. His massive truck was parked on it, gleaming under the streetlights. I marched over and pounded on his door. "Dave, what did you do?" Dave opened the door, beer in hand, looking smug. "Oh hey, welcome back. Yeah, I figured since you weren't using it, I'd just get it done. My cousin gave me a deal on the concrete. Look, it looks cleaner, right? Less maintenance for you. Here." He tried to hand me a check for $500. "You trespassed and destroyed my property," I said, ignoring the check. "Tear it up." "Can't," he shrugged. "It's cured, it's permanent. Don't be a jerk, neighbor, it adds value." He thought because the concrete was dry, he had won. He thought I wouldn't pay thousands to sue him and hire a removal crew. But Dave forgot about the city. I pulled the survey of my lot. That strip of land wasn't just my garden. It was a registered municipal drainage easement. It contained the storm runoff pipe for the entire block. You cannot build permanent structures on an easement. I didn't call a lawyer. I called the city water and sewer department. "Hi, I'd like to report an illegal obstruction of a drainage easement," I told the inspector. My neighbor poured concrete over the access point. The city takes drainage very seriously. An inspector arrived the next morning. He looked at the survey. He looked at the concrete. He looked at the truck. He knocked on Dave's door. "Sir, you have 24 hours to remove this unpermitted structure," the inspector said. "You have blocked a utility access." "I paid $5 grand for this," Dave yelled. "I'm not tearing it up." "Okay," the inspector said calmly. "Then we will." Yesterday, a city crew arrived. They didn't use delicate tools. They used a massive pneumatic jackhammer. Rat-tat-tat-tat. They shattered Dave's beautiful new driveway. They ripped out the rebar. They exposed the dirt. Because the city had to do it, they billed Dave for the labor. The bill is $4,500. Plus, he was fined $2,000 for unpermitted work on an easement. And he still has to pay to restore my soil and replace my hydrangeas, which I valued at $1,500. Dave's truck is now parked on the street. Every time he looks at the jagged line where the city sawed off his driveway, he glares at me. I just wave and water my new saplings. So viewers, was I the asshole for calling the government to destroy his driveway?